Hello, and welcome to your engineering challenge. So it's estimated that there are over 3 million shipwrecks in the world's oceans. Of those, less than 1% have been explored. It is also estimated that within these shipwrecks and other underwater archaeological sites, there are more artifacts than in all the museums of the world put together. One of the most infamous locations for shipwrecks is the Graveyard of the Atlantic. The Graveyard of the Atlantic is known for its treacherous waters, its thick fog, and its unpredictable temperament. Located on the outer banks of the North Carolinian coast and stretching up to Cape Fear, this beautiful area provides good fishing and surfing. However, it has also been a deadly trap for sailors for centuries. With over 600 shipwrecks, the Graveyard of the Atlantic has certainly lived up to its name. Although shipwrecks were common due to the rough waters, the wreckers who lived along the coast and lured ships to their demise played a larger part in the area's notoriety. These wreckers would tie lanterns to horses and then walk them along the beach. The up and down movement of the light on the horses' necks would signal to ships that the waters were clear and allowed forward movement to the coast. However, as the ships approached the shore, they would run aground, allowing the wreckers to pillage the ship for supplies. This area was so dangerous that even a seasoned pirate like Blackbeard ran his flagship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, aground in June of 1718. It is believed that he could have intentionally wrecked his ship to scatter his band of pirates, which had grown to over 300 men. First-hand accounts of the incident speak of him marooning his crew on land and then sailing away on their 2 remaining ships with a small band of hand-picked crew and their most valuable plunder. From 1996 to 2004, a team of researchers explored and excavated artifacts from the Beaufort Inlet site, located in the Graveyard of the Atlantic. On their initial dive, researchers brought to surface a bronze bell that was dated 1705. Other discoveries during those years that were cross-linked with historical references and documentation allowed them to definitively ID this ship as Blackbeard's flagship vessel. Excavations are still ongoing at that site. To date, at least 10,000 artifacts ranging from ship parts, scientific, navigational, and medical instruments to personal effects and food preparation items are all part of that inventory. Although the Graveyard of the Atlantic has seen many shipwrecks, they are not unique to the ocean. With each sunken ship lost to the ocean, there have been valuable historic and monetary items lost. However, by recovering and studying these artifacts, we gain valuable insight into areas of world history, naval technology, the slave trade, life aboard ships, and the material culture of piracy. So this all brings us to your engineering challenge. For this challenge, your team will create the tools needed to retrieve the lost treasure that was left behind when the Queen Anne's Revenge ran aground in the Graveyard of the Atlantic. Each team will receive a treasure riddle sheet that looks like this. This sheet will provide clues to the location of 4 pieces of treasure that were left behind in the wreckage. You'll find a gold coin, a bone, a pearl, and a gem. You will need to solve these riddles in order to locate the treasure when it comes time to test out your tools. These treasure items will be hidden within a treasure box that looks like this. Each square inside of the treasure box should be stuffed with tissue paper, with only 4 boxes containing items that your team will need to recover. So here are your project guidelines. The objective of this project is to engineer tools that will allow each team to uncover as much treasure as possible. Your tools must be mobile. Each tool can only serve one specific purpose. This means only one tool can be used to remove the box and the tissue paper inside of it. Only one tool can be used to remove the gold coin, one tool can be used to remove the marble or the pearl, and one tool can be used to remove the bone. You can also only use one tool to remove the gem. The only tool that can be used more than once is the one that is used to remove the box and the tissue paper. Your team will need to use the provided treasure riddle sheet to find the exact locations of the lost treasure. These sheets will need to be completed before testing begins. Your team will only have 60 seconds to locate and extract the treasure. During these 60 seconds, your team can only attempt to remove up to 5 boxes to find the 4 hidden treasures. At the end of your time, your team will be scored on the amount of treasure that was successfully found and extracted, along with how unique, how creative, and how inventive your tools are. Your team will also receive 1 free trial during your build time to check if your tools will work during the actual testing phase. Make sure to allow enough time to test, and then go back to rebuild in case your tools fail or you need to make adjustments. Keep in mind that a strong and well-built tool will be imperative to the success of your project. Time management will also play a pivotal role. Successful teams allow time for proper planning, building, and revision of their initial designs. Make sure to try your best, to have fun, and most importantly, to be as creative and inventive as possible. Good luck.